So I kind of position myself to do it discreetly, you know. And this hot squirt shoots out of my butt, and I'm like, oh no.
Welcome to This Is Not Happening. I'm your host, Ari Shafir, and today all the stories are about nostalgia. A very, very funny man. Give it up to Mr. Randall Park, everybody.
You guys ready for a shit story? All right. So I have a very sensitive stomach. I'd say about half my shits are diarrheas. And it's not just like when I eat something bad, it's also when I like experience anxiety or like trauma. And I'd say the most traumatic period of my life was in middle school. I went to this school called Palms Middle School. And I was this chubby, shy, awkward little Asian kid. And everyone else in the school was a bully. You know, I got bullied, I got beat up occasionally. Every time I'd go to my locker, stuff would be missing. I mean, when I think back to my years at Palms Middle School, I just picture a bunch of kids just pointing at me and laughing at me. It was a nightmare, right? But eventually, I graduated, and I ended up going to high school, and I just felt a lot better. I grew up, I felt more confident, I made friends. And one day, in high school, one of my friends came up to me and was like, hey, do you want to catch a talent show that my little sister's in? It's at Palms. And I could feel my body, like, tensing up. But then I felt better, and I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you know, I'm grown now. That's past me. I'm confident now. You know what? Yeah, I'll be there. I'll see you there. So that Saturday comes, riding my bike to my old middle school. I lock up my bike, and the moment I set foot on the campus, I could feel my stomach start to turn. But I pay it no mind. I go into the auditorium, right? The auditorium is packed. There's just parents, kids running around, faculty, it's just packed. I see my friends sitting in the front row, and they save me a seat. I join them, and the talent show begins. And as soon as I sit down, I feel like I need to use the restroom. My stomach is like about to explode, right? But I just got there, so I decide to fight it through. About a half hour into the show, I am literally like in the fetal position. I'm like shaking, and sweat is pouring down my face. I'm not even looking at the stage, and my stomach is killing me. I really have to use the restroom, and I think, you know what, I gotta relieve this pressure. I'm gonna try to release some gas. I'm just gonna try to finesse some gas discreetly out of me. So I kind of position myself to do it discreetly, you know. And this hot squirt shoots out of my butt, and I'm like, oh no. And I feel this cold circle forming in the back of my pants. And I go up to my friends and I'm like, look, guys, I'll be back. And I like quick step out of the auditorium, and I burst out of the auditorium into the lobby, and I'm frantically looking for the boys' restroom, and I see the boys' restroom, and I kick open the door, and I'm in the restroom. Now, the restroom at Palms is similar to the restroom at a bunch of underfunded middle schools all across the country. There are 2 stalls. One of them has the door completely ripped off. The other one, I go in there, the toilet is filled with paper towels and someone else's shit. And I try to flush it, it just won't go down. So I have a problem here. It's a philosophical question, really. Which one do you choose? Do you choose the one without the door or the one that's filled with shit? And at this point, I'm about to explode. So I have no choice. I close the door. I pull down my pants. Now, you have to take a shit when you're willing to shit on top of someone else's shit. So I go into the stall and I'm hovering over the toilet and I just let it loose. And it's not like a shit, it's like a dam burst, right? It's just for, a good 20 seconds, it's just shooting out of me. It's like an exorcism, right? And it's weird because it's like the spiritual situation going on. My eyes were closed and I felt like these demons were shooting out of my body. Like all of those experiences from middle school, the kids beating me up and the kids, stealing my stuff from my locker and all the kids pointing at me and laughing at me. It was just shooting out of me. It was the most cathartic shit I had ever taken in my life. Right. And it keeps going and then it just stops. And I open my eyes and I feel so good. I feel like a new man. I feel like completely reborn, right? And then I look down at my shoes and I see this brown pool start forming around my feet. And then I look down into my pants. It is filled to the brim with shit. I look back at the toilet, covered in shit. My shit and the next dude's shit, the dude before me. The wall splatters everywhere. I'm like, oh my God. Oh no. I see this renegade stream start moving out from under the stall, and just on instinct I start squeegeeing it back in with the side of my shoe. And I'm like, oh no, what do? I start pulling out the toilet paper and I start like a sinking rowboat. I start just scooping it out of my pants. And I'm like, oh no, I need more. I need paper towels. So I pull up my pants and they're heavy and cold. And I Charlie Chaplin it over to the paper towels and I start yanking out paper towels, yanking them out. And then I hear the audience applause. And I'm like, oh no, it's intermission. It's the time in the show when people go to use the bathroom. And I look out into the bathroom. There's shit footprints all over the floor. Streaks of shit going underneath into the stall. I look at the sink, just shit droppings everywhere. The paper towel dispenser just dripping with feces. It's a crime scene. And I hear the audience walking into the lobby, and I'm like, oh, at this point I'm an animal. I'm just acting purely on instinct, and I run into the stall, and I just close it, and I just stand there. Just waiting for this onslaught of people to be met with the surprise of their life. My feet clearly visible under the stall, but I'm like, okay, just relax, calm down. And I hear the door open, and I literally hear a grown man gasp. Oh! And then I hear the door close. And I hear the door open again, a teenage boy literally screaming, ah! And the door closes, and I'm like, the door opens again. I hear a father and son walk in a few steps, and I hear the son say, Daddy, what happened in here? And the father, I hear him go, let's go, come on, go. And then the door closes. This happens over and over and over and over again, and I just want to die. At one point, I hear the door open, and I hear a bunch of boys busting out laughing. And I hear the voice of another boy say, I told you, you thought I was lying, I told you. At this point, I had become a part of the talent show. My talent? Shitting everywhere. The one bright spot was when the door opened and I hear these feet walk in gently and this kind man's voice say, is everything okay in there? And my plan was to not exist, to not say anything, to just be quiet. But it just came out of me and I said, I'm okay. And then the door closed. Now, eventually it got to the point where the door stopped opening, and I didn't hear the audience in the lobby, and I was like, oh, okay, they must be back in the show. You know, the second half must have begun. Now's my time to get the hell out of here. So I opened the stall, open the bathroom door. I run out through the lobby, out of the auditorium, and I see my bike, and I beeline to my bike with my head down. I'm not looking up. I'm just going straight to my bike. And from the corner of my eye, I see a group of kids pointing at me and laughing at me. And they're like, that's him. That's him. That's the shit guy. That's him. And I realize I cannot run from the trauma of my middle school years. It is always gonna be with me. And I get to my bike, I unlock the bike, I jump on it, and I pedal home as fast as I could, and I never went back to that middle school again. That's it, thanks.